What's up, ladies and gents? It's Monday evening. Guys, I wish I was coming here to be able to enthusiastically celebrate this victory with you guys, but I woke up this morning to some of the one of the worst pieces of news I could ever find out, which is my dog wasn't feeling well. I made a vet appointment for her, and unfortunately this morning she didn't make it, guys, and I was really close with my dog, man. Like, you know, I'm definitely a dog person. All right, y'all. Let's talk about the Eagles, though, man. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on in NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching this. Once again, guys, my name is Steven Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry to bring it down. It's just, it took me a long time to get around to making this video. I was very much, attached with my dog. I mean, we were attached at the hips, man. I mean, she really set my daily routine of getting up, walking her, feeding her, all that stuff, guys. Like, I'm struggling a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But we do have a victory to talk about for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I want to try to pick it up and let's talk some Eagles, guys. For this is Monday night, I'm filming this, but it'll be released to you guys on Tuesday. I think the one thing we can say about the Eagles was, we were down four starting offensive linemen at one point, right? I mean, if you think about it, Jordan Mailata was playing left tackle, right? You had Nate Herbig playing left guard. We had Kelsey in there starting at center, although he even left for a couple of snaps, and we had Luke Jurga in there. At right guard, we had Matt Pryor, and in that right tackle, we had, I guess you could say for most of the game, Lane Johnson, but Lane Johnson kept coming in and out, and Jack Driscoll kept subbing in and out for him. I'm not going to say the offensive line was perfect. I'm not going to say the offensive line was even, really good. But it was certainly serviceable in this game. And I think that needs to be shouted out, guys, because the San Francisco 49ers are definitely, down Solomon, down Bosa. Like, they're down some talent. But I still think they have Kinlaw on that line. Like, I mean, they got some good football players on that defensive line. And for our backups to come in there and do the job they did, I thought it was quite impressive, guys. I mean, that is definitely one of the big positive takeaways that I took from this game, which is it wasn't perfect. Of course, we had to roll the pocket to create time, but I thought the guys did good. I thought Doug was smart to some extent in the way that he was handling things, right? Instead of constantly sending out chip blockers and things like that to help Mailata out, what he did is he just rolled the pocket to the right, make Mailata's job easier. And I thought that was a really smart concept. I thought it was really smart design by Doug Peterson. Hey, the results were a win. It's hard to argue with a victory, right? You go out there and you go get a W, I can pretty much support most any kind of wrinkle or change you throw into the offense. Speaking of Jordan Mailata, guys, I'll admit, I hope you guys are just like me. I was pleasantly surprised, guys. Jordan Mailata really played well. He played a lot better than I was anticipating. And I'll be honest. Hey, man, maybe you keep giving this kid reps. Maybe you don't need to go out there and scatter to go sign a guy. Maybe you give Jordan Mailata a couple more games and see maybe if he's serviceable, right? I mean, Jordan Mailata doesn't need to be a perennial Pro Bowler. He just needs to be serviceable. And I thought Mailata played decently, guys. I mean, he got beat a little bit on one of those stunts where there's a little confusion with the switch off. But other than that, guys, I mean, he looked good out there to me. I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw coming out of Jordan Mailata. Herbig wasn't a liability in my opinion. I thought Herbig played well. Honestly, in my opinion, as down as I was on Herbig in game one, because I thought Herbig was just really bad in week one, I think Herbig has gotten better with each and every game. Matt Pryor was a pretty good bounce back for Matt Pryor following the false start from last week. Hey, give the young man some credit. He came back in there and, he looked like a solidified right guard to me. Matt Pryor's never been a question to me playing right guard. I think Matt Pryor is definitely a serviceable football player. I think if you put him at right guard, you really don't have too many things to worry about. And he's also a bit of a mauler, so he can really run block for you. And I think he loves the physicality of that. I think the one question, or the question marks we had, really more so came out of the veterans, right? Jason Kelsey with a really bad snap to Hurts. I mean, very unlike Jason Kelsey, right? I mean, that was a little shocking to me. Lane Johnson constantly coming in and out of the lineup. I don't know what's going on with that ankle, guys, but it's clearly not good. I mean, they're going to need to figure something out with Lane Johnson and that ankle because we can't constantly keep coming in and out of the lineup with Lane Johnson. Like, they're going to have to figure something out here. But I'll tell you this, man. Driscoll. I trust Driscoll coming into the game. I still think we got some issues with depth. I think that's why I went out there and got Jamon Brown. But, Driscoll, Jamon Brown, Luke Jurga, that's pretty much your depth at this point. Hey, the line held, guys. That's all I'll say about that is I thought the offensive line held. We weren't explosive. I still think we're lacking some playmakers around, Carson Wentz. But I pointed out that, hey, Travis Fulgham was doing pretty well in camp. He was the guy that was kind of popping off a little bit in camp. It was really hard to find film on Travis Fulgham, but you saw the line gave Wentz some time to throw the ball, and, I mean, he dropped a dime into Fulgham. So, sometimes out of this adversity, man, you really find some good answers. I mean, think about it last year. Because of the adversity we faced last year with the roster, we found Greg Ward Jr. So, let's keep it rolling, guys. I mean, offensive line, I thought did a good job. I will throw in one little caveat to just be balanced in my assessment here. I do think that sometimes we do struggle to get a push on the running plays. I thought this showed up a little bit in Miles Sanders' stat line, and some of the, we could see there was a little struggle here and there. But to be honest with you guys, like, these are young guys. I think they're going to get it. They're going to get their footing. Herbig's a big guy. Pryor's a big guy. You know what I mean? Like, Mailata's just a monster out there at left tackle. You got Lane Johnson, who's a big guy. You got Kelsey, who's incredibly athletic. I do think we missed some of the pulling stuff we used to do. Suamalu was really big in the way that we ran those pulls and those traps and things. And I think we do miss that. I mean, Nate Herbig's not your guy to do that. But overall, guys, I was encouraged. I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw coming out of the offensive line. I have no complaints. Look, could we use another additional depth signing? Sure, but money's getting kind of tight, guys. They want to take money and defer it over to the 2021 season to help get this cap situation under control. All right, y'all, these are my thoughts. You already know I'm going to ask you down below. I want to know, what do you think? Leave your thoughts down below about the offensive line, guys. How did you feel about the way the offensive line kind of performed this weekend? I mean, were you encouraged by what you saw there? Were you a little concerned about some of these guys coming in and out? Are you a little concerned about some of the veterans, like, Kelsey having that, a missed snap, Lane Johnson coming in and out of the lineup? I mean, it felt like to me that the veterans were bigger question marks this game than really and honestly the young guys playing in there. One thing I can say for certain is that these young guys are getting a lot of reps, a lot of meaningful reps, and hey, I don't see that as a bad thing, guys. I think that's a really, really good thing. All right, y'all. You know how we end these videos. We do a little E-A-G-L-E-S. Oh, I needed the distraction today, guys, more than anything. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow where I'm going to do a little not film breakdown, but I'm going to see you tomorrow where I'll do a little breakdown on, I'll probably break down some of the personnel packages we use and things like that, and I'll talk a little in depth about the way Doug tried to scheme and attack essentially the 49ers. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here. See you later.